Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new episode of Through the Keyhole. This is a series where we take a look at some camps that I found in my wasteland wanderings, get a few ideas and a little bit of inspiration for ourselves. So, let's jump in and take a look. Okay then, so usual orders of business before we get cracking. Just a heads up, these are not my camps, these are camps I found in and around Fallout 76 that I thought were really cool and I thought you deserve to see. And if you guys would like to appear in future episodes, you can send me pictures of your camps, head on over to the channel's community page, all the details are on there, and I look forward to checking out what you've got for me. So, with that out of the way, let's jump into camp number 1. Okay, so we are over by Charleston Station for this camp, and it's a bit of an odd choice in some ways, this one. In terms of the build, it's fairly basic. But what it does really well, in fact, what all of the camps today do really, really well, is the decoration side of things. And it's kind of crazy, this one. Doesn't seem to be a vast amount of rhyme or reason to it, beyond making sure you've got the essentials in place and then going bananas with decoration, but I'm absolutely fine with that personally. It's always a good way of making even a simple and strange build look really quite cool. You can see we've got absolutely tons of detail added around all of the workbenches there. Plushies left, right and centre. There are absolutely millions of plushies in this build. And why not? They're great for surface decoration. Loads of lamps and stuff as well, which certainly adds a little bit of flavour and style as well, which is cool. As we move into one of the few sort of proper rooms, there's only 2 proper room type structures here. This one is kind of a lounge vibe. Interesting. I've not actually seen anybody use that West Virginia coffee table before, so that's kind of cool. A very old Atomic Shop item, I think, that one. And we've got a few other bits and pieces of displays and decorations and keeping that plushy theme alive here as well. We'll swing back out and have a little wander around again. More plushies, loads and loads of just bits and pieces that really blend in as well. Surprisingly well in some cases, like that Nuka-Cola, well, Red Rocket cooler there just beside the cooking station. It's now behind that lamp. Tucked in a little jacuzzi there. Nice little hot tub. A few little bits of decoration around there, keeping that theme going as well. Not quite sure about the location of the shower there, but I have a feeling the goal here is to show off all of the bits and pieces acquired from all manner of places, but particularly the Atomic Shop. So, if you're spent on them, why not show them off? That makes sense to me. Loads and loads of cool bits and pieces in here. We've got mostly a chemistry theme in here, I think we'd say, with a little bit of Red Rocket Diner going on as well. Only splashes of red all over this place, kind of picking out the colours, which is cool. Yeah, nice, relatively clean for what it is. But, yeah, plenty of room to move around. A little bit less decoration out front, but that's really the star of the show out there, let's be honest. So, a couple of bits and pieces on the side here. Just the ammo points machine, I believe that one, isn't it? I forget the name now. The ammo exchange machine, anyway. Oh, the speed bag hanging up there. It's just so many random bits and pieces that I absolutely love. I do love that organ as well, and loads of little bits added to spruce that up as well. Really wish I got around to picking up that drum kit as well, because that's a nice little addition. And again, that plushy central around those couple of sleeping bags, which also blend quite well with the plushies because of the designs on them, so that's very, very cool. Masses of them on display there. Really, really cool. A few little bits of lighting. The recent-ish alien table there. Kind of came in a bit early, that one, really, given that Invaders from Beyond doesn't drop till tomorrow. Very, very cool. I like that bubble machine from the last season as well. I can't see myself using it, but it's a mad little thing. Obviously, the tubes up the top as well, just adding a little bit of extra height and more decoration. Again, with all of the camps today, but certainly including this one, every time you turn around there's something cool and new to spot, which is always fun. You like the displays as well, some random stuff on the mannequins there. Loads of weird heads and outfits and stuff, giving it a slightly unnerving vibe, but very, very cool, yeah. Decoration absolutely gone wild there, and I love it. So, camp number 2. This one is kind of a Halloween-themed build, and it's just to the north of Sutton. It's right by the road over to Helvetia. You can see this was not long after a Fashion Act episode, and lots of people visiting because of that. And it's a really, really cool haunted house vibe. The shadows are a little bit weird right now, so we'll get a bit closer, and oh, look at that, the light goes up. So it's odd, but I'm going to take it. Yeah, I really like the front design of this in particular. Kind of two patios out there that are sealed off, giving a little bit of decoration. And we've got this little porch in the middle that's just part of the larger structure, and it stops that front edge seeming too flat, which is really cool. And yet it's still closed off with those chain link fences that look really, really good. Really blend into this build, which is the idea. They're part of the same set after all. And creates a nice enclosed little crafting space. And then, of course, we've got the vendor on the end of the workbench there as well. Nice and easy access to that. If you don't want to run into the rest of the camp, it's just a flying visit, but really cool. So in here, we've got the rest of the house, funnily enough. Lots of sort of Halloween, boarded up, repaired kind of vibes. Somebody else having a little look around there. Nice little kitchen here. It's the sort of thing I do, but done some good merging work there. And the next camp actually has a lot of that as well. There's a lot of really cool merging going on here and a bit of glitching. I've had mixed feelings on that subject in the past, but clearly Bethesda are fine with it, so the only real question left is whether or not it's worth the time it takes. But it's been used to good effect here. I really like this one. It's not really a particularly complex trick. Just stick a door on there, put the curtain on, and then swap it out for a window, and it creates a really cool effect, a functional curtain. Although possibly not quite as tidy as the ones that are intended to be used in that manner. So we'll head through this little entrance hall, I suppose, into the living room. Another organ on the go there. That's the older one, the less electronic one, but I really like that design. So I think it's the older of the two. Nice little lounge. Looks kind of like some of the ones I've done on occasion. So kind of biased in its favour there, I suppose. Catherine's lost her outfit, apparently. But yeah, nice, homely. Good use of the haunted house wallpapers as well, is blending quite nicely with the rest of the decoration. This camp is surprisingly light. I mean, part of that's the daytime, but for a haunted house camp, it's surprisingly well illuminated. So we couldn't get behind that one secret door there, but we can have a little nosy into this one, and we've just got the Mothman throne tucked in here, underneath the landing upstairs. Tiny little bit of flickering going on, courtesy of the double-sided walls there, but what can we do? When we stretch it beyond its limits, that's going to happen. So we've got a staircase here that's off-centre, and this one normally would snap centre, so some good glitching work done to get this to sit up against the wall. I really wish Bethesda would get on with changing the snapping points for this, so we can have them up against the wall without having to faff around. Slight problem here, as you can see, with the fact we have to jump over it. You can't transition from the stairs to the floor very easily. That's just a symptom of it being basically glitched into place, but a really cool effect, and I really wish we could do it without messing around. But really nicely done there. A very creepy little bathroom. Got clown and a jester fashion up mask combo there in the shower. Clown seems appropriate, given that they're in the shower with their clothes on. Nothing hiding beyond the door. I wondered if there might be. I do like that wallpaper as well. It's not one I've used, I don't think, but it's been used to a nice effect in here. It's very, very clean. It kind of blends well with the surprisingly clean haunted house wallpapers as well. Heading on into the master bedroom. This one reminds me of an older build of mine that's actually proved very, very popular. The sloped roof over the master bedroom. Actually, though, I think that wasn't over the master bedroom now I think back to it. But in this case, very nice effect. Got some nice little details on the walls there. Nicely sort of laid out, spacious, comfy, cozy bedroom. Looks really, really nice. I like that one a lot. The curtains blending nicely as well. Good choices for that. And the sort of red wooden walls, sometimes they're a bit hit and miss, but in this particular build, working well, I think. We've got a Skull Halloween outfit mannequin staring out the window there. It's been a popular trick to have them staring out the windows recently, that one. And with good reason, it looks great. We've got a little seance room up here as well, which is a really cool effect. I'm sure I've seen somebody else glitch that light bulb thing that I forget the name of into a table like that before. But yeah, either way, really, really cool effect, and I like it a lot. Unfortunately, can't get behind that door either, so that will have to remain a mystery. We swing back out along the landing. Scorched pieces in a jar, always a good thing to put on display. They're kind of fun and weird, and they go well in a haunted house, so very, very cool. Big candles around as well. I'm thinking this thing in the corner here might be a bit of glitching going on as well, but I'm not sure. That gumball machine, I don't think normally puts out that kind of light. Could be wrong, though. I don't have one. Although, the more I see it, the more I kind of want them. So, CD shed door for the front door on this one. Again, you get a nice clearer look now. Nobody's hanging around out here at that little crafting space out front as well. So we'll close up the gate behind us. So this is had to be kind of finagled into place a little bit there. So it doesn't quite snap on. It's a bit too wide. But nonetheless, it still works to good effect. Really tiny little space sort of enclosed by this front gate here, but it works. And yeah, I like that a lot. And all in all, a very nice, slightly Addams Family vibe, which I'm always down for. So, last but not least, camp number 3, and this one's going to be a long one, but it's definitely worth it, because this is in the headline spot for good reason. It is very, very cool. This is right up the cliff at the north side of the Toxic Valley. It's somewhere I've built ages ago on a different character, and quite a cool spot this. I really like what's been done with this. Some crazy glitch work going on this, but the decoration is really, really on point here. I love the use of the trailer there to be the main part of the camp, and then sort of building off and over and around it. It's come together very, very nicely. And obviously tucked neatly into the cliff edge there. That looks really, really good. Usually with the big open space out front that I'd really want to do something with if it were me, but otherwise, you know, I like the kind of compact nature of this camp as well. The detail on that little vending station, the market there. Ooh, very nice. Definitely going to have to put something like that into practice, I think, because I really like that kind of shop look, kind of market store vibe to it. It's really cool. Decorations on decorations out there. And also in here. This is where the crazy glitch work starts to come alive. Somehow they've managed to get walls in here, and doorways, and double-sided them as well, and a roof up there as well. There's so much crazy stuff going on here. I have no idea how a lot of it was done, and there's some merging going on at the bottom there as well. Every time you look at this, more details to be found as well. It's really, really cool. And yeah, I've said in my build last week, actually, this place really needs to be decorated to the nines, otherwise it's going to look under-decorated. The kind of switch between the two is quite dramatic, really. You really have to go to town to make it look finished. This player has clearly done that. There's so much to see here. Almost a Fallout 4 vibe with the different containers having labelled for different functions. Obviously, it doesn't quite work that way in reality, but it does give a more organic look to this kind of storage space here. I'll close off that laser gate. I do like that thing. I would use it more often, but I struggle to justify it on occasion. Loads and loads of little bits and pieces, steins, and flashlight masks, and signs with shelves over the top of them, and use of the Tipsy Tom set in there as well, and the display cases, and it goes on and on, this build. I absolutely love it. That's 2 West Virginia tables used in one video, actually. Just noticed that one there now as well, which is cool to see. Tucked in that corner quite nicely, and the weird shape of it is very, very organic, which is cool for this build as well. Love the bed there. When I say bed, I mean loosely. The sleeping bag on the sofa is cool to do once in a while. It makes a change. Very much wasteland living. So many details. Loads and loads of posters, or posters on top of posters, makes for a really good kind of messy, scrounged practically everything you can get your hands on from the wasteland kind of vibe, which works really well for quite a lot of camps, really. Makes them look a lot more lived in, which is cool. Mask after mask after mask after Deathclaw head mounted on the wall, after more masks. So much detail and stuff in displays, and little flowers in pots everywhere, and plushies in the gaps, and this is absolutely brilliant for decoration. I would go so far as to call it a masterclass. Very cool. Kind of making me think I need to up my game a little bit, actually. Well, that's the idea with the series. Get some inspiration and a nudge to aim high, I suppose. Very jealous of those radiation barrels, which I've still not got. One day I will be successful in Radiation Rumble and I'll get the barrel. Probably around about my 70th birthday at the rate it's going at the moment, but you never know. I like that chain link fence on the end of the mobile home as well. Not necessary in the slightest, of course, but it adds texture, which is just great. So before we ever swing up the stairs, let's have a quick peek around the back of them. Because we've got a bathroom down here. Well, toilet. And they've even got somewhere to wash your hands as well. Drinking fountain's not really the ideal thing to wash your hands in, but hey, it's the apocalypse. You got to do what you got to do. I like that it's tucked so close to the cliff edge here as well. Almost causing problems there, but not quite. So very, very cool. This is something I've thought about doing on occasions, putting structures on top of this mobile home. Getting it to look good can be a challenge, and clearly going ham on the decoration has done the job here. This little chem area out here. Not sure about the floating rug as a roof for this. I might have gone with a roof, but to each their own. Love the levels of detail there as well. And it doesn't end here by a long stretch either. Yeah, having a nice little building over the top of this, it sits about as close as we can reasonably expect it to the top of the mobile trailer home thingamajig prefab. But yeah, it doesn't sit as close as I would like, but there's enough going on that kind of pulls the eye away from it, so that's fine. Speaking of enough going on, Getting all of these shelves decorated, stash boxes everywhere, loads of different levels and details, all of them with something on them is really, really cool. So cool. Absolutely love this level of detail and decoration. Even the use of the conduits blends into the kind of craziness going on as well, which is absolutely awesome. Red rocket pump shotgun there on the wall, which is always fun, the petrol pump design. That's a nice skin, that one. Pity it's for a gun that almost nobody uses, really, but it is a nice skin. Definitely want to put on the walls, I think. Loads and loads of bits and pieces on the walls. Decorations on decorations again at the end there. That fan on the end I would like to know more about on the wall. That looks cool. Plasma caster up there. More fashionette masks. More stuff on display. It never ends. So cool. I like busy camps. What can I say? We'll close up that door. It's the one from the Red Rocket prefab, actually, that one. We will swing back downstairs. Cut back across the front and take a little look at the shelter that is with this build. A Deathclaw hanging around, as this one does. There's actually the homeowner hanging out there, looking rather cool as well, I might add. Combining nice long coat and hat there, and the Santa beard, which is always fun. Loads and loads of little bits of detail around here. Good use of the brambles as well, just to kind of fill up the gaps, make it look a little bit more like it's been here a while. Always works well, that one. We will head downstairs. So, we have, basically this is the missile silo, but it's been made to feel much more like a mine shaft. And apparently I've got my Pip-Boy light on, so let's correct that. There we go. And we get that kind of underground bunker mine shaft vibe going on. It looks really cool. It's good use of the farmable dirt tile floors there to create that kind of underground vibe, more than bunker vibe, you know, kind of underground tunnel. We come into the main room here, which again, tons of decoration, loads and loads of posters on the wall, which I really, really like. Something I've been doing a bit more myself recently, that's stacking posters on posters just to really busy up the walls. Really, really nice kitchen area there, really nice bit of merging going on. Not perfect with that stove there, but it's still pretty darn good. Loving this little sitting area. I like the fact this little sitting area is raised. It's got loads and loads of bits of detail. Really, really cozy looking corner, that one. I like that a lot. I normally would avoid the trailing wires across the middle of the room, but in this case, it works with that kind of bomb shelter bunker vibe. So I like that quite a lot. Nice bed tucked in the corner. Again, absolutely oodles of decorations around it. Let's take a little look in the bathroom. There we go, using the circus trailer door there. A little bit of a brewing station tucked in beside the shower and the toilet there. For some reason this roof appears to have gone flying. I'm guessing that was not part of the plan, but nonetheless, very, very cool. Close up behind us. We'll head through the secret door. I'm guessing this particular build is still a work in progress, because we have here the Brotherhood of Steel Tower, but with the exception of a wall upstairs, it's not been finished off yet, so I'm guessing either the shelter is still a work in progress or they've run out of build budget. I'm thinking probably work in progress, actually, but nonetheless, it would be cool to see that eventually when it got done. But very, very cool little shelter. I love this main room so much, there's so much detail. We'll head back out and down this corridor. As we head around the corner, we can see loads more details. The light switch is actually there. And the entrance to the abandoned mine shaft, which also has not been done yet. That one is clearly a work in progress as well. So, on that note, we will head back up top, have a last quick eyeball of this absolutely spectacular camp, with the really cool power armor skin. Although I still like the number 2 one rather more than that number 3, I think. Mark 3, that's the word I'm looking for. But there we go. Each their own. We have a very, very cool camp, apparently called the Hollow. I like. Very nicely done. So, massive props to everybody who's appeared in the video today. Very, very cool camps to check out. Thank you guys for watching as well. I do hope you found this interesting, enjoyable, and all that good stuff. If you did, please do hit sub and likes. I very much appreciate it. Down below the video, you can find social media links, merch store, and channel memberships as well, if you'd like to support the channel in that way. Massive thank you to everybody who's done that as well. It really, really helps out. I hugely appreciate it. And if you get a chance to join us for live streams as well, of course, we are playing 76. Invaders from Beyond is very, very close. And we will also be playing something new this week, because we've got through a few games lately. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.